welcome to another daily devotion. As this week we lift up the ministry of mission and justice and talking about how that everyday ministry in the church makes everyday impact. Jesus is talking to his disciples and to a crowd, and Matthew 25, he has this imagery of the Son of Man coming into his kingdom, and he separates people on Judgment Day into two categories: sheep over here, goats over here. And as he's talking to them, he tells the sheep, you are good and faithful servants. You're going to live with God in eternity because when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was sick, you comforted me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was in prison, you came and saw me. And the sheep, they don't have any clue what he's talking about. Lord, when did we ever see you hungry or naked or thirsty or in prison? We didn't realize you had a rap sheet. And Jesus says, whenever you did that to the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you did to me. And I remember when I was a freshman in high school, my church was going to a soup kitchen. And my youth leader at the time would always read that text. And he'd say, now, what does that mean as we're going in here to serve these people who you never met, who are living on the streets, who are living paycheck to paycheck, or who are living out of their cars or on the street? He said, to me, it means to treat them as you would your best friend, excited to see them, eager to hear what they have to say, slow to speak but quick to listen, and making them feel like this meal and their presence at it is at the finest restaurant, and they're the honored guest. And you're there to help them in any way you can to make their day a great day. It was more than just putting a plate down in front of somebody. You can serve people and make them feel like they're worth nothing. When Jesus talks about serving the least of these, he doesn't mean making the least of these feel like they're worth what society has told them: invisible, unwanted, undesirable, smelly, poor. No, but rather by name. A treasured son or daughter of the living God who has hopes and dreams and fears just like anybody else, for whatever reason, has struggled in life. And then make it known to them that their struggle is not alone and that somebody loves and treasures them. Wouldn't it be great if all of our churches echoed that sentiment in how we live? Mission and Justice is that ministry which calls us and gives us opportunity in daily discipleship to volunteer, to meet our neighbors who we might not have otherwise gathered with, through community kitchen and through pads and through blood drive and through English as a second language and through the community repack down at the Chicago Food Depository, and all kinds of other missions that we can get involved in, where we're not writing a check at distance and still not engaging in our neighbors. Because I'll tell you something. If you don't have a personal relationship with your neighbor, it's never going to change who we are and transform us. But to know our neighbor is to begin to care about our neighbor. And to care about our neighbor and know what they're going through, well, then you just can't leave it alone. And that's where Jesus starts to really show himself in our lives. So when was the last time you served somebody without any strings attached?